a week or every couple weeks and talk about what's going on in the Farcaster mini app ecosystem. Here today with Linda as usual.
Hello.
And this week we have Dylan from Coinbase Wallet joining us too.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Awesome. Happy Friday. Yeah, a few news items today. We've got a new action in the mini app SDK. We have a really helpful repo to help folks who are building with dynamic images. And then, yeah, I wanted to hear from Linda and Dylan both on what they've been working on. Linda, you've been doing some streaming and vibe coding and like building
Yeah.
mini apps lately.
So fun.
And then super excited to hear from you, Dylan, about what's coming imminently, extremely soon with mini apps in Coinbase Wallet and building for the new Coinbase Wallet experience. So yeah, let's jump into it. Sound good?
Yep.
Sounds great.
Cool. So yeah, item number one, we have a new mini app SDK action feature, the open mini app action. So I've heard from builders who have asked about this a few times in the past. Basically, the ability to link from one mini app to another, which is going to enable a lot of navigation, composability from app to app, and build some interesting new capabilities and experiences in mini apps. So a lot of people have done this in the past with deep linking, right? Because you can kind of like use the open URL action to go hit like a Farcaster deep link and open it up, which is kind of a suboptimal experience for just transitioning from one app to another, right? Because it goes through the whole kind of deep link back and forth. Might open the mini app, close it and open it again in the UI and stuff. By building this into the native SDK, you have like a lot nicer experience. And the cool thing about this too is that it enables composability, right? So you can link from one app to another. And we've seen like in just the last couple of weeks, I've seen a lot of interesting apps that have before we built this capability, but we're starting to do some interesting composable things. So one that comes to mind is DAU, this daily active user app, which has these kind of quests in mini apps around Farcaster, where you can go in and earn complete quests and earn rewards for doing these things day to day. And so this is like the perfect tool, I think, for an app like that, where you're opening one app from another, and you want to know who referred you and get some information about the app that you're launching from and the app that you're launching into. So yeah, composability, always one of the most exciting parts about building in crypto. And yeah, I guess as CompuSophie says down here, huge and sorely needed as an addition to the mini app toolkit.
People were really excited by this one, so can't wait to see all the stuff people build.
Yeah. And yeah, this probably ties in with some of our conversation. I'm sure we'll be talking about building building cross-compatible apps for Coinbase Wallet and for the Farcaster app as well, and how you can do that. And yeah, I think now that we have these tools, and there's some others as well, right? There are SDK actions for like viewing profile, creating a cast, those sort of things. I think like one best practice is to make sure if you're doing something that's like supported by an SDK action, use those actions when you can, rather than there are various things and tricks and hacks that you can do with that open URL action. You can do a lot by like deep linking into various things and places, but always better to use the like client cross-compatible actions that are built into the SDK, which will give you a really good experience in whatever app you're building in, versus deep linking or doing things that are only compatible in one client. So pro tip there for folks who are building. Check out the docs. Anything on this one, Dylan?
Yeah. No, definitely +1. I think this is great. Hopefully soon we can get to support this. I mean, we can get into this as well, but I think overall we're very aligned with what you're saying about like doing things that are client cross compatible. And one that I've seen recently is Compose Cast. Like a bunch of folks used to use the intent links as like hard coded, and now folks are moving there. So I think like the more that these get added, the more that like multiple clients start to support them, then it will like just become a better experience for everyone. So definitely like agreed, and yeah, excited that this is out there.
Cool. Item number 2 here. So this is from Tony. We have a really useful starter repo here, or example repo for building dynamic images, dynamic embed images. So yeah, this consistently comes up as one of the most important things for building a really compelling in-feed experience, is using embed images, right? And there are a couple of reasons. One is that in order to surface on the trending leaderboard and kind of in discovery within, at least within the Farcaster app, you need sort of a certain number of opens in order to show up there. We're doing some filtering that prevents, because the entire, app store, it seems like an app store, right? But it's really more like a decentralized crawler, right? Like we are reaching out, crawling your mini apps manifest, like loading these URLs, discovering apps, like as they appear in the feed or as people come into the DevTools and submit them. It's really in a lot of ways unlike, a centralized app store where you submit it to Apple and we know exactly when your new build is coming in. So it's a lot more like a search crawler or an indexer than it is a centralized app store. And so in part because of that, right, like we have some filtering where we show active apps in trending, and right, that will filter into the trending rankings and sort of where your app is surfaced and where it's discoverable. This is a question I've heard from some devs over the last few weeks, right? Like, I've created my app, it looks good in the dev tools, but it's not surfaced yet, like in discovery, what's going on. And one thing that often can happen, there's a new page in the mini app docs on this as well, around like ranking and discovery and how this all works. So go check that out. But yeah, one thing that can happen there is, if it hasn't been opened yet, if you've just been testing it in development, it might not have like hit that threshold for being surfaced. And so when you create your app, like one important step is to kind of bootstrap that distribution in feed, build a nice compelling image in feed, and get those first 100 or so opens that will then start to have it surface more broadly throughout all these surfaces within Farcaster and within other apps. And the threshold is like pretty low. It's really just designed to kind of filter out apps that are obviously in development or things that have gone inactive. But it's kind of a necessary part of ensuring that we're showing like production apps that are in active use in those trending rankings and in our Explore surfaces. So anyways, one big part of that is like creating a nice dynamic image, putting an embed into your app and like getting that out there in the feed and getting some people to discover it and find it and open it. And even not just for that like initial distribution bootstrap, but just like as a general principle for building interesting and cool and engaging apps that people like to use. So yeah, there's a great example here where Tony went through and broke down the mini word embed image, right? When you share back your daily mini word crossword results, it has this really nice dynamic embed image that shows some interesting things and sort of how you can use user information and profile data and stuff in that. But he also built this really useful repo which shows how you can do dynamic images, which is one of the harder things to build in terms of the kind of the whole mini app stack, is getting a good framework and tooling in place for doing dynamic images. Okay, anyways, I was really long-winded. Go check this out. It's a really useful starter repo on GitHub that shows how you can do this, and like really good tutorial walkthrough of kind of all the steps involved in building dynamic images.
Yeah, no, agreed. I think this is great. It's been awesome to have all these open repos. I think the dynamic images are super helpful. I remember that's also something like Limone was going over. I heard his talk like at FarHack, and then he has articles about it. And like one thing I was going to say later in terms of like tips is like prioritizing having some sort of share button. I know like Linda, especially, you've brought that up a bunch, and the dynamic image like makes that even more worthy for the share button to convert into something, because you're showing these different signals that are going to make someone want to click into it. And I think on one hand, it is one of the harder things of building a mini app today. But on the other hand, when you get a framework in place like a Satori, which is something that Vercel had made to use like JSX fragments, there's actually a lot of really cool stuff you can do, and you can keep it pretty well maintained. So we definitely recommend checking something like this out and like leaning into those extra virality factors. Like being in the feed and having that moment, I think, is something that can really make a mini app stand out, instead of thinking that someone's going to always go and like passively find it.
Totally. Cool. Let's keep moving. Linda, over to you. So I saw this on Twitter, and I was out the last 2 weeks, but have seen you like streaming. I don't know. It seems like every day, building apps, like pairing with people. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, I pulled this.
Yeah. Last week I built my first mini app. So I started doing it just because I was like, I feel like I need to go through this whole process because people keep asking me questions, and I don't like know some components to it. So I tried building one, and man, the tooling is just so good right now. Like I watched I watched Sophia from the Cello team like do a little live stream of all the tools she uses, and then a bunch of other people were giving me tips. Like they really like Claude Code, and so I kind of just like it was playing around with it, but ended up building a mini app in less than a day. I mean, it was kind of on the side as I was doing my other work, and it's a pretty straightforward process. got started with GitHub, and then V0 is so good for building a front end. Like I was shocked. Like I just had like one prompt and it like built something like pretty clean. Like I built a little geography quiz mini app, and it just like had all the components to it. And then from there, I was using Cursor at first, but now I'm like really into Claude Code. I just found it hallucinates less. And then once I fed in the our LLM's text file from Farcaster, like that was super valuable because it just knew like all the different context of like manifest and embeds and stuff like that. So did that, and then started learning. Yeah, I ran into some deployment issues, but then figured that out, and then was able to get that going, got it as a mini app. And now I have like power users now in my mini app. Like they keep asking me for feature requests, and like I've been adding more stuff. So it's been really fun, and I want to show people how easy it is because I'm not an engineer. I started a week ago, and I'm able to like do this on myself. So I think this is going to be like a new form of content creation. And like I know a lot of other people like Ted believe this too, where it's like, hey, everybody can build a mini app, and like just some cool things going on, just build a mini app for it. And so really want to help get more people onboarded.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like the tooling is getting better. I don't know, maybe we've tweaked our docs and tweaked our LLMs that text a little bit, and the models are just like more aware. Maybe our SEO, our AI SEO is a little bit boosted, but like, yeah, I've been seeing when I use some of these tools, I'm seeing a lot less like kind of frames v1 confusion and more like able to kind of one shot the mini app on the first try, which is awesome. Like the docs are getting a lot better, which has been good.
Yeah, well, Daniel, he like added in the docs themselves, like talking to the LLM. So like, do not do this. Make sure you do this, and it was just like so helpful to improve. So this is the future.
Yeah, I love it, and like it seems to have worked, right? But yeah, there are like little links in the docs now that say like, "Are you an AI agent? Click here to read this."
That's great.
Yeah. Have you been using any of this tooling, Dylan?
Yeah, definitely V0. I think it's awesome for spinning up a front end. One that is maybe not always as mini app good, but like good for like going 0 to 1 on something is this tool called Convex Chef. Convex is like this all-in-one backend tool, and they forked a version of bolt.new. And so it's like V0, except it has like an entire backend built in, authentication, file storage, database, like all of that. So I mean, I'm sure there's like extra stuff you can do to tweak it to be more mini app specific, but that one's really cool for getting an idea of a concept where it's like even something really small like a game where you want to keep some state. Found that's a little easier than like going through all the hoops of the plugins on V0. But I think in terms of like front end specifically, V0 is like really good and fast, and they like launched V0 API, and it seems like Vercel is like going really deep into that stuff, and like all the tools are getting better. Like every day there's a newer model, and it's hard, at least from my perspective, it's hard to get like, or easy to get caught up in the nuances of maybe certain like reports coming in from developers or inconsistencies in functions or smaller stuff, like making sure that like ready gets called on time. But it's something where I think AI is going to keep getting so good, and the tooling is going to keep getting so good that like long tail stuff is going to become like non-existent, and it like keeps getting better like every week, every month.
Yeah, totally. I'm a Claude Code fan. I've been using that a lot lately, and yeah, I think like a Claude Code mini app starter would be really cool or useful as well, or maybe generic kind of AI mini app starter, but like put some additional details and information in there around to helping guide, and like have a simple kind of starter kit with some of the setup in there for your front end, your back end, and everything you need for an app would be really cool.
Yeah, for sure. No, it is cool. It does feel like a little bit of a different mental model using Claude Code, but some very, very good results.
It's so awesome to me that it's all just text too. Like I had this, realization yesterday. I was like asking around, I wish I had like a, had like a GitHub style interface where I could, do code review in the comments or whatever. But ultimately it's all just text, right? You can just use your standard text editor, which you know and love. So, I just wound up leaving a bunch of to-do comments in the code and said like, hey, I left some to-dos. Can you go through and fix these? And it worked spectacularly well. So the universal interface.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm curious, I guess, Linda, like what, you've also been working with other folks I know in the ecosystem, right? Like Silo, and I've seen Ethos, and I saw you coding with Andrew on a stream or two. Like, are there things you bumped into there that we that are like, you know, I know we've had some feedback on things to fix, but like just things you bumped into there that like kind of help people who are getting started with their first app, or interesting findings from having done those streams.
Yeah, I mean, I gave feedback to the team, and we're gonna do some more work to improve it. But a lot of people get caught up in the like embed versus manifest and like what the difference is, and like sometimes like cursor will hallucinate and like doesn't really know exactly the difference. So I think there's some improvement there, because like it's all built out. They just like don't have it working exactly to show up in Farcaster. So I think like improving that little bit of it would be really good. Yeah, so I think keep the feedback coming. I'm probably running like 10 more of these live streams over the next couple weeks, so we'll have a lot more to give, and a bunch of them are non-developers, because Andrew and Serpent from Ethos are developers themselves, so I think they were able to get through things, whereas like I want to see like people who are just like coming at it from a new angle and how they're thinking about it too.
Cool. Yeah, it'd be awesome. I need to catch up on those streams. All right, and last thing on here, Dylan, I guess over to you, and we can maybe just transition as we talk about Coinbase Wallet here too, because I know we wanted to kind of see some demos and see some of that. But yeah, last item here, you have added support for auth addresses in Coinbase Wallet. You want to take us through this?
Yes, yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I've been wanting to get it out for a while. I think it's going to improve UX. So for some of you here that may know, we are kind of been rebuilding the new Coinbase Wallet. It's very much more social forward. It has mini apps, which you're going to see in a second. Traditionally, if you're a user of this beta beforehand, you had to see this little toast to sign in with Farcaster and take you to another app. That's annoying in general, but it's also annoying for stuff like Quick Off, because it has like a 1 hour jot expiration time. So you need to continually have to re-sign it. But what we can do here is we can register your Coinbase Wallet or TBA Smart Wallet address as an auth address. That allows it to perform sign-in with Farcaster on its behalf. So the way this works is the first time that you use a mini app that requests sign-in with Farcaster, a little tray comes up like in the video. Awesome. This is perfect, actually.
See, here we go.
I think it's maybe a little before then.
There, something like this. Yep.
Yeah, sure. You'd see a tray. It would deep link you into Farcaster. It says, "Hey, do this once for seamless sign-in." You hold to connect. You can go at the speed of the video.
Oh, yeah.
All good. Okay, cool. So then you hit continue. You go in. It says success, and then when you hit continue, the original sign-in with Farcaster request from beforehand is still fulfilled. So you go in. You see login request. In there is the message for sign-in with Farcaster. You go confirm. We are going to continue to make that even smoother, so you don't even need to see something like that, and you just kind of you go in automatically, like in Farcaster. But this is a kind of great quality of life improvement. Here you see you go into Farville and you just hit confirm, and when the spinner is done, you're brought into the app. So that one is I'm really pumped to get that out, because that was one of the biggest friction points with developers saying, hey, I have to keep going out to another app to sign in every time. So that's really great. And then also for net new users who didn't connect an existing Farcaster account, that problem doesn't exist because their smart wallet is the custody, and so we can just sign it directly in the app. So it just makes for a much smoother experience. Like, took the time to kind of clean some of that up.
Yeah, right. You should only see this if you're like an existing Farcaster user who has joined Coinbase Wallet and connected your account, right? If you sign up directly, which we're hoping to have lots of people signing up soon directly through Coinbase Wallet, this will kind of be all set up under the hood for you.
Yep. Yeah, totally. And developers will get back like at the auth method is the custody address in that case versus the auth address and all the right kind of stuff that you would expect from the Farcaster auth packages. I think one thing to call out really quickly is we saw 1 or 2 inconsistencies where folks who verify auth addresses weren't properly verifying the smart wallet signature. If you use like VM and WogMe out of the box, I don't think there should be any issue. I think it's maybe with like other packages that are maybe just like slower to adapting smart wallet stuff in general. This was a smaller edge case that the vast majority of people are not seeing this. But if for example, if you're using a mini app and you go through the auth address flow and then the sign in fails, it may be because of this. And so if you do, just feel free to reach out, and we've been tracking that. But it's a small edge case.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's like a separate standard 6492, I think, for like smart wallet
Yeah.
signatures and verifications, and like modern newest versions of WAGMI and all those toolchains should use those out of the box. Cool.
Yeah, and it's already supported. If you use the Farcaster packages, it works in those as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd note one thing. We show you this big scary warning because auth addresses are pretty powerful. They can log in as you. But if it's an app that you trust, like Coinbase Wallet, of course, tick that box and add this to connect, and it'll make your life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Should I share my?
Should we go over to you? Yeah. Let's get a quick demo of what you're working on.
Sweet. Awesome. Cool. All right. Can everyone see it here? This is our Coinbase Wallet beta. Hopefully a bunch of you who are already in the Farcaster on-chain ecosystem are using the app. I can give a quick little walkthrough, but focus mostly on mini apps and kind of just bring some up, and hopefully we can find some in the feed and just test them and see how it works. And I'll also go over where there could be some inconsistencies. So we're here in the social tab. The first tab is just all about apps. So you can see we have like my chats here, balance, featured apps. You can chat with an agent. This is we have a XMTP is our messaging, trending. These all take you in, like Empire Builder, for example, launches this mini app. And then one of the big things we've been focusing on is being able to browse apps. So going back to earlier when we were talking about the manifest, you can set data on your manifest to say what category your app is. And then we're able to go in, for example, and let's say social, and all of these mini apps can pop up that have listed social as their category on the manifest. And then we can just go in and any of these, like, let's see, mini memes. I actually haven't used this one yet. You can go through and select one of these.
Oh, Horsefax now is going to spend the rest of the time.
Yeah. I don't know. What can I type here? Maybe I can't. Okay. Merge.
I use the most boomer tools to make memes. I use Keynote on my phone.
Oh man.
I do need this.
You know what? If it works, okay, maybe some of the dimensions here. Merge conflicting PR. Have to. I can share coin blank. Let's see what happens when I share. Nice. Okay, I'm not seeing the embed for some reason, but try sharing it one more time. Oh, it's just supposed to be the image. Cool. Maybe it wasn't loading there.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, they did seem to work.
Nice.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. So overall point here is we just want to continue to surface great mini apps. So hopefully this is another incentive. Like, yes, different clients may have their own heuristics for what it means to go up a leaderboard, etc. But with these open standards, like things like categories, it makes it so that different clients can show all that off. And I'm happy to link to it. But Aneri on our team put up a great post this week with like a graphic of the different fields and like where they show up in the beta in terms of if it's on the apps tab or social, and kind of like I'm just giving you a better understanding of, I think hopefully you should add as many of them as possible, but just giving developers kind of more context on where that info is going to be shown up.
Yeah, I also think it's just so underrated how cool it is that like in Farcaster app, like now, it shows up, right? So it's like you're posting to the network and every client is going to have this, and like it's a unified experience, but you can go to whatever client you want to use yourself. So like, I just think that's so magical and something we don't see elsewhere.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's great to see other clients like Zappers doing some really cool stuff in general and with mini apps. And I know Uno has been building, and hopefully they can have mini app support. So just, great that this is all interoperable. Like all these different protocols like benefit each other, whether it's social or more on-chain based, like everything is kind of feeding into each other, which I think is really cool. But yeah, happy to kind of go through a little bit more. So you saw the main apps tab there. This is social. So again, these are all Farcaster posts. Every user here has a Farcaster account that was either created for them or they connected. We have a fun little video tab here. So actually, this is you posting about Coinbase Wallet. How timely is it that it's here
Very
at the top of the feed? Erica at the picnic with pickles. That looks a lot of fun. Los Fomos. Okay, these are some good videos today. But yeah, just like easy way to go through and discover content here on the feed. When you go in and post as well, we have this little surface area called Creator Studio that's like pre-populated mini apps that are more focused on taking a direct action. So like
cool.
create a newsletter with Paragraph, create an audio room with Spaces, distribution with Amps, all these different ones to hopefully give folks more options, like right here on the Post Composer. So there's like these featured things that you can go and do with these mini apps, which I really like. For example, like let's try like Hypersub.
Wow.
Nice, and then I go in.
Oh wow, goes straight to create. That's cool.
Yeah, no, this is a cool one here. I like the banners that are used. Yeah, a bunch of different surface areas. I think that's one of the great things. There are a lot of different ways that you can kind of enter a mini app. You can enter directly here on apps through any of these, right in social. We can search for one, like my personal website has a mini app. We can just load it right up. And then yeah, directly in a post in notifications. So I was saying like Kenny tagged me in this Slurpee Day challenge. I can go through and view the bounty, and my wallet's auto connected, and I can earn like $3 in DGen if I post a Slurpee picture. So might have to do that after the stream. Yeah, and then like a lot of fun stuff. Like I really love the rainbow animation.
Yeah.
You have your built-in smart wallet. I have some USDC here. One of our colleagues built a mini app log dog. So I have some log dog coin from posting hot dog photos. Go and request some money for someone. Yeah. So I think like overall, it really ties a lot of different things together. And I think it creates a very presentable experience for folks to like find things and then go and continue to take those actions on them. I think for mini apps in particular, the two things on the top of my mind are continuing to like give developers the distribution that they need through all these different places that we can, and hopefully like whatever else we can do, and then continuing to iron out fixes. I think we've been pretty open that we're not yet at full parity with the spec. I think for the vast majority of it, it's really just a matter of us kind of getting it in and wanting to continue to have this experience. And there's a lot that we have been getting in. I think auth addresses is a great example. Actually, we can maybe go in and just like see what that looks like.
Oh yeah, in the app. Let's look at it live.
Yeah. So you just see the request here, Farcaster auth with all the right information from the sign with Farcaster. And then right now my little smart wallet passkey pops up. And whenever it's approved, I can go right back into the mini app. Yeah, and then what can we choose here?
Farm.
Yeah. I can come back to this later. But yeah, that's essentially how it works. Hopefully, as we smoothen it out, it'll continue to be even faster. Another one, I guess.
This is really cool, man. I gotta say, like,
thank you.
I'm getting a little emotional seeing it actually, like, just to see, like, cross compatibility, to see it happen. Like, it's one thing to do it in a single app, but right, when you see it, that yes, this model is interoperable right across multiple apps, and like you just open it up and connect the wallet. That's really cool. Seeing the Creator Studio is really cool too, because it's like that's kind of where it all started. Like we had like, oh, we'll do composer actions, and that was like the first thing that was a mini app, was like this idea of like, oh, we'll start with composer actions. And it's all evolved into this this standard that people are using and building on. So that feels awesome. Congrats, it's really, really cool.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I mean, it's crazy. This is all coming together. I think it's all like made possible by the work that you guys and so many others have done to like make sure that all these open standards that people are building on chain, from Farcaster to just like tokens or whatever folks are doing, that it's like built in a way where others can. And I think especially here, as someone who has been on Farcaster for a while, like seeing the progression of all of this and then being able to kind of help out in some small way, I'm really kind of pumped about, and yeah, really, really excited to kind of roll this out to more folks and about the interoperability that I can like already present to these builders. And I think we're going to see folks go even further into like software as content through mini apps. And I think it's just going to be some sort of explosion, and there's like a real big opportunity for us all to kind of, continue to support builders there.
Agreed. Yeah. I've been using Coinbase Wallet for the past few days as my main casting platform, and it's been really awesome. Like super good experience.
Awesome. Yeah, no, definitely huge shout out to everyone working on it as well. Definitely takes a whole team effort, and everyone is super dedicated to delivering an amazing experience. But yeah, pumped to keep getting it out to more folks. And curious as well, are there any other mini apps we should be going over, or anything you think we should be highlighting? I'm happy to go through and explore some more. I see there's this Polycast one here I haven't actually tried out yet.
Yeah, try it. Give it a shot.
Let's
I have a
go.
couple. Yeah, I actually didn't check if they're all indexed on Coinbase yet, but let's search and see. And if not, we can pop it up on our app too and see. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, actually, maybe one thing it's worth showing in the meantime. This is a little more unofficial, but I think it's helpful. Back in the day, you guys made this like Frames V2 demo, etc., and it had been okay. Maybe it's not showing up the right way, but I have kind of I forked it a couple months ago, and I've been using it to like test new functions that we're adding essentially.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Let's see if this goes through. Yeah, if you search in the app, you should be able to search CBW mini app demo. I've been like sharing it with developers just to be able to like reproduce errors, but you can go through and see, for example, okay, when we sign in, this is the request. And then I log in like
right
the
at the top where it
params.
says we're not in a mini app. I think that's us.
Yeah,
Not you.
I know. That's for my own testing because I'm still fixing that.
We'll fix
but
that.
Go through, see the. Oh no, that's on me. That's not on you. We're.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a package.
Oh, but yeah, going in and viewing a profile, what that looks like there,
cool.
opening a link, opens up like a little dApp browser here, quick auth, which just uses sign in with Farcaster. So you should go through and then see the token here, view cast, and then some of the ones that aren't in yet are like the view token, swap token, get chains, get capabilities. But I think most of those are like not super crazy to get in, and when we kind of have a little bit more time, hopefully coming up soon, we're going to try and get the rest of those in. I think it's pretty important we keep trying to just like stay up to spec and not have to have developers make like code changes, like if in Farcaster do this, if in Coinbase Wallet do that sort of thing.
Yeah, agreed. And I think, on both sides, our teams are super open to feedback. So if you find yourself as a developer like, oh, this is a hassle, or like, I'm putting these like these if statements in my code to make it work nicely in two different apps, like that's exactly what we want to avoid. So please, we're happy to hear that feedback and like work together to ensure everything is clean and smooth and interoperable. Cool.
Yeah, +1. Another one, I know this has been showed a bunch, but I think Far Guesser, is that the one? But yeah. This one, I mean, it's been showed a bunch, but I think it's just great. Like, it's a really simple game, and it prioritizes sharing afterwards. Maybe let's see if I can find. I don't even know. Oh, drag to explore. Kind of cut out for a second. Let's go back through.
Cheating on Farcaster, I see. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Where could we be? I'm not really the best at
like the BQA for a sec, but I don't think it is. I think it's
Oh, there we go. Okay. There you go. Zoom, please.
Let's see. Oh.
Okay. So Spanish and somewhat.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna. Let's see.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
yeah, I was gonna say.
It's all right.
Split the difference in the middle of the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, and then two really great things that it shows off here that you can mint. So popping up your wallet directly, and then you can go through and confirm and get a fun little NFT. And then you can also share, and it should pop up. I just came in, and maybe in the future you can like add something in the image here to be like, come join me. But this is already like a very popular mini app, so I'm sure folks are already using it as is. But yeah, that's a great one. I think like there's still like the more folks continue to like add this sort of stuff, like making sure that you're sharing, taking it. Another one's like taking advantage. I think a lot of this is something we're trying to like clear up in our docs as well. But I think some folks maybe don't see that the wallet is like already auto connected, And sometimes the ask is, how do I like access the wallet? And I'm usually like, well, if you're using like LogMe, you can just use the use account hook or whatever, but continuing to drive that in, because I think that is one of the best parts about this is like, sometimes there's friction if you have to go through and approve a sign-in with Farcaster or sign in with Ethereum message, but here you have a fully auto-connected wallet session, you have user context. So there's like a lot of UX benefits to that.
100%. Yeah. If we can destroy all connect buttons, that's my that's my highest goal with many apps.
Yeah, totally. And I get that some of it is maybe it's a web app retrofitting to be a mini app, and so that UX is in there, but I think like you can still you can detect it well enough that has like the logic you need to hide that button.
Cool.
Linda,
Cool,
maybe
yeah.
we should
Yeah,
show
yeah.
yours. Actually, I haven't played. I saw you did like the Europe version, right?
Yeah, it's
your-
oh gosh, you're gonna have to go way far back. This is gonna take a bit of time. It's I
Casting
called it
too
geography
much?
quiz. I don't know if it got indexed. I don't have a category though, so no, like I
Okay.
cast so. Oh, there it is.
There we go. Nice.
So when I
Ooh.
added a leaderboard, people were competing a ton. So always add a leaderboard.
Wow.
Yeah. So the idea here is that you can pick different geographies, and then it'll show a map, and you can guess different states or countries. And I just keep getting more requests, so I'm adding South America and Africa probably over the weekend, and then I have a global leaderboard of like how good you are. Horseback is also very good. You are like very high on the
Thank you.
leaderboards. So if you click into it, you should be able to just see like any of the start quiz. Oh yeah, so you can see here people are competing.
Nice.
And then if you go back into any of them and hit start quiz, it'll just show the map, and you can click on and guess the different countries. And I have a little zoom like tap drag feature, so you can guess, and it's all timed and recorded. I learned how to store all this in a database. Like it's been fun.
Nice. Yeah, this is all great, especially like getting the drag and everything in like a mobile space. It works really well. I'm probably gonna flop, but let me see how many of them I can get in. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the name. I thought I was typing in for a second.
Oh, this is good user
Sure,
feedback.
I believe you. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, next on this list is to actually do the like custom share images, but that's kind of been hard to vibe code, and so I need to I still need to be like, okay, only use Tony's GitHub and fork it, and please edit this because it keeps hallucinating. So we'll see.
Man, this is not going to go well for me.
Oh, you don't have to go through all those.
I got the US one. I thought that one was pretty good. I was like,
yeah. There's I'm gonna make it so there's a geography for everybody, because people were doing the US states and they were like, I'm European and I have no idea what any of these are. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna add more and more. So but I think we also had a few others on our side too. Horsefacts, I know you had a couple mini apps.
Let's see if we can find them in here if you're driving, Dylan.
Sure.
Do you want to look at Pet Rock? Was that one?
Pet Rock. Yeah, that's so fun. What a cool mini app.
Is it one word or two?
I think it's called Pet Rock World. It's on my, you can find it on my profile too, if you need an embed. Scroll back a little bit.
This is just so much.
Through my memes and stuff.
There it is.
There's a video of it.
Oh, wait. Here we go.
Oh, I guess so.
Maybe we need to show it on.
Maybe
show it on webcast. That's okay. I'll get set up to show that one in the background. We can take a look at a different one.
Oh, wait. I think I have it.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Nice. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Wow.
I don't know why it says app on the top, but we can fix that. Pet Rock needs a name. I don't know. Oh, Rocky.
Nice. Oh, that's
good.
the common.
Yeah.
Mine's Rocky spelled Japanese, which also means luck. Anyways.
Oh,
nice.
Mine's Bagel.
Nice.
Here you go. Welcome to Pet Rock Life.
Man. Wow. So it's just my pet rock.
Yeah, it's you and your rock. You can walk around this this beautiful world. Bert is usually in here.
Yeah, look.
I don't know. Wow. Bert has been in here all day for 2 days in a row.
That is awesome. Hey, Bert.
Hi,
I think
Bert.
it's not in live here yet, but internally I fixed disabled native gestures, so I think
Oh,
that's gonna make it even smoother.
there's
But
Bert.
it's
Bert, you're
already quite
live.
smooth.
If
That's
you can hear
crazy.
us.
Bert is just like always there.
There's chat. I love this.
This is awesome.
And actually, I feel like we've been seeing. I saw another one just before we went on today. Ox, the Ox app, which we've looked at in the past, but they have like a
Oh
a
yeah.
live version. Well, I've seen Livecaster has been really popular recently as well. So I've seen like a number of these cool live simultaneous kind of chat experiences, which are really really fun. You know, to have a mini app where you come together with your Farcaster identity, right? You know each other, but it's kind of like a um, yeah, a synchronous, simultaneous live experience where you can just hang out and talk and chat with each other. So yeah, this is just a whole little little
Yeah, this
world
is
where you can
sick.
walk around with your pet rock,
Who's gonna make Pokemon Go for this with your
right?
Farcaster friends? That's gonna be the next one.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think there's some
This is
features
great.
coming. We've been chatting, so we'll see. Everyone wants hats
Yeah,
for their rocks, so I'm sure that's coming
this
soon.
is awesome. I love the folks are making games. I mean, this is such like a great like platform for that.
Hmm.
I know. I wonder if it's going to turn into like developers wanting any extra like game focused features or like what those would even be, or if there's like a game template, or I don't know, maybe something JC4P is doing.
Totally.
Yeah, this is sick. Awesome. I'm definitely going to come back. And it shows you who's live. This one has
Hmm.
the only thing maybe I'd say is I can be cool to share it, but we also have you can share to feed right here.
Oh, cool.
We should update that to say check out this mini app, not frame. But yeah.
Good QA.
Yeah. That one
Been
was
there.
awesome. Are there any other ones?
Yeah. Okay. So I have
Yeah.
another one. It's called FC in Rio.
Oh, I have seen that one. Yeah.
I also
See.
saw it. It was on Linda's profile if we need to find it too. Oh, there it is.
There we
Great.
go. Nice.
This one is awesome. This is by Anna Carolina. So they're doing a crowdfund fundraiser to support, sharing. I think sharing about Farcaster at an event in Rio. So awesome cause and doing this crowdfund through this little mini app. But what I love about this is just I love seeing personal, custom created mini apps for specific use cases like this. This is a really really nicely designed, beautiful custom crowdfund mini app, raising the funds through kind of a simple NFT mint token in here. You can mint a token to support it. I think they're $4 each, and it's a really worthy cause of supporting the Farcaster community at this event in Rio. But yeah, I just love. I think the design is beautiful. The kind of use case of a single purpose custom built mini app for a specific use case is awesome. And it's really cool to see this kind of software as content things start to happen with the tools that we've built. So
Definitely.
also just want to promote it. Go support this. I think it's a great cause, and they're still
Yeah.
raising
Hit the
some
mint
money for it.
button.
Let's do it.
That's right.
Boom. Yeah. No, I think it's
Oh,
great.
nice.
I
You're in
think
the hot seat today.
Let's go.
usually
Boom.
it's me.
We got to test all the mini apps, make sure it doesn't
That's
break,
right.
you know? Step 2,
That's
mint
cool.
the NFT. 2 transfers. Okay, that makes sense.
And by the way, this is all smart wallet, right? When I'm in Coinbase wallet, this is all
Yes.
smart wallet under the hood, right? Awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. The only really small note is it seems like when I click the user, it's using like a Farcaster deep link through OpenURL.
Okay, good example. Yeah, this is exactly what we were
Yeah.
discussing at the top, right? So yeah, it would be good to go use the use view profile action there, which will be cross compatible with apps. So
Yeah. But otherwise, this looks awesome. Happy to donate. I think a +1 to what you're saying, like the fact that it's not only ephemeral, but it looks like up to like a really high design bar. Like the fact that the tools are at that place where you can just like continue to get stuff out like that is super cool. So +1. This is an awesome example.
cool. Okay, and then my last one is Pixel Survivors. Have you seen this one?
Survivors. I have not. I haven't seen. Well, I heard of Pet Rock, but I haven't used the others.
Okay. This is great. Most of these are indexed, which is awesome. Yeah, there it is under
Yeah,
apps.
that's good. Oh, is
Okay,
this one of the
this is really
remix
cool.
ones?
This is one of the Remix games. So yeah, Remix was formerly Farcade. They've rebranded to Remix. But this is awesome. So this is one of my favorite Farcade games. Let's get in there and you can play and show it off a little bit. But
Yeah, let's go.
it's like this survival like shoot 'em up kind of game where you run around and these blobs come at you and you kind of level up your weapons as you go.
So cool.
I love how high quality they
Anyways,
are with like the assets and the loading screens and everything.
totally.
So good.
This one's super fun. It's like super addictive. I think it's one of the most popular games that was on Remix/Farcade. But what I think is really cool here is that they have this new model here where you can package your game within Remix as an individual mini app, right? So you notice we searched for Pixel Survivors. It's attributed to the Farcaster user who created it.
Yeah.
And it loads as a standalone independent app with its own entry in Discovery in the App Store. Loads you right into the game. And this is really cool. This is awesome. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to this model. I know under the hood, this probably required some engineering effort from the Remix team because these are, isolated by subdomain, right? So you need an individual subdomain for your mini app. You need to handle the manifest signing and some of the cryptographic stuff that comes with creating and building these things as a standalone mini app. But I think this is awesome to see, and it's been possible for a while, but this is the first app I've seen that has built it, and this is awesome. I think it's a really cool model for being able to take these kind of creative, generative apps where you're building something, and then give your users their own subdomain that can serve as their own individual app and distribute that way. So it's just an awesome model, right? Like you have the embed for in-feed distribution, you have the kind of parents creation app for distribution within that app, and now you can also kind of have your own sub apps within all the clients that support them. So really cool, and like just huge kudos to them for prototyping this and building this. And I know it was probably not easy.
They also announced recently they raised the VC round, so I'm sure they're going to be using the resources to build out a ton more. So very excited to see that, and well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, I love Farcade/Remix so much. It was the first of these that like really was obvious to me, like this is really cool. That first time that it loaded and you had games right there in your client, like to me that was like an amazing moment in the history of building out mini apps. So yeah, check this out. Dylan's just playing now.
Yeah.
I'm still going.
It's fun, right?
I don't know how well I'm doing. I'm just trying
I don't know if you can hear the
away
music,
from
but it has like
everyone.
really cool, really intense music too. You can get like orbs that circle you, and
That's
no, it's so well done. There's even a mini map, and I don't know if you guys are seeing, but every like 30 seconds I was getting these like power-ups I could choose.
Yeah.
So that's all awesome. You can see the state comes over, like I load in and it shows my streak from like overall Farville or overall Remix. So I think that's all great. I also am hoping that one of the AI builders will do this, and then like V0 or something, and then you get a standalone mini app directly from that, or maybe not specifically V0, but like I think this opens the door to that kind of thing, and everything here is like so well done. So +1.
Yeah. Okay, I have one really quick, and this one will be quick to show, is Far Mini.
Okay.
Yeah, because like, so it's a mini app where you can convert any web app or any link into a mini app. Ooh. And so I just want to share this as a tool people can use where they're like, oh, I don't have the time to build a mini app for my web app. And it's like literally paste a link here. You can do, like I did one for Pull Together, pulltogether.com.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I want to see them do a mini app. And then I was just like, oh, okay, now here's your link for it. And then that'll open up and you can just see what it would look like. Yeah. So hopefully if you can.
I may need to post it.
Oh, I think we'll need
That might be something with the embed.
Yeah, it does work. It did work on Farcaster app when I showed. So basically it converts their web app, like their landing page and stuff. So you can like explore. So I'm just like a huge fan of, oh man, sorry for all the posts.
Oh no, all good. I'm just seeing if you have it like posted or anything. Like
I do. It's just, there it is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So all I did was paste the link, and then it just like now has the, mini app version of it. And I think it's cool. So people can use this even as a mock-up of like, what would mine look like?
Yeah.
That is cool. I bet we could get our wallet injected as like Window Ethereum in here too. And you could maybe even connect up. Well, we'll have to take a look at how it works under the hood.
Yeah,
That'd be really
Yeah.
cool.
So I think that that was what was on our list, and I guess like Dylan, anything you want to close this out with, or?
No, I mean, we really appreciate you both having me on and just all the work you do for the ecosystem overall. If you are a mini app developer and you see anything coming up in Coinbase Wallet, feel free to reach out to myself, Sohi, who is our mini app focused DevRel. She's amazing. We have a group chat as well where we've been tracking issues with developers and can continue to kind of build that out. But yeah, let us know if anything comes up or if you have any ideas. We want to continue making this great, for everyone. And we have a big base event next week that I would definitely tune into.
Yeah, big week next week. I'm excited.
Exciting. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Cool.
yeah, thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank you all.